Yo, what is up everybody? My name is Cosser and I'm going to be doing a review on the new Edelrid boa rope. So first things first, I'd like to thank Steady Rock a ton for giving me this rope as I used it on a 3-week climbing trip through the Western Cape. As you can imagine, there was a ton of climbing done and the rope was well used. Also, Edelrid is the newest brand Steady Rock is carrying in the gear store, so I was really excited to climb on the new rope and see what it was like and compare it to the other ropes I've used over the years. Cool, let's jump in and I can give you guys my perspective on how the rope went. Cool, so let's start this off with just some basic stats. It's a 9.8mm rope, so I feel like it's kind of in the middle. It's not too much on the thin side because then it will wear through a bit quickly, and also it's not too much on the fatter side because then it just becomes a hassle to deal with. The rope also comes in two lengths, a 60 meter and a 70 meter. Which is great, but it would have been nice if the rope came in an 80 meter, because when you end up chopping your ends from use, it would just shorten up and it will save money in the long run. But being 60 and 70 meters, it's not the end of the world. Now we're going to move on to pros and cons. I like my veggies first, so I'm going to do the cons. The biggest issue was the rope just got dirty pretty quickly. This was due to the lack of dry treatment, so a good quality rope bag was really important. It would save your rope from getting dirty for that much longer. Another issue with the rope getting dirty was it was really difficult to see the middle marker. It's quite important to know where your climber is in terms of how long the rope is, and it just made things a little bit more difficult. Now we're going to move on to the pros. First thing, the handling of the rope. Edelrid used a thermo shield treatment which improved the handling. What they did is they applied it on the individual strands of the rope, and it somehow maintained the rope's suppleness as the rope aged, which was great because it made clipping the rope really comfortable and easy. And also an issue when the ropes get older, they kind of get sticky in the belay devices, not with the boa. The rope stayed supple, stayed smooth, and it just flowed through the belay device really well, which was great. Also, when the rope stays supple, the tying in is much easier. The knots aren't as big and aren't as far away from the harness. So I really like the fact that the rope stayed supple for a long period of time. The next thing is the durability of the rope. We climbed on the rope about 60 times over the 3-week period, and the rope didn't seem to get much damage to the sheath, which was great because it just means my rope is going to last that much longer. Also, when it came packaged, it had a cool unraveling feature where you just pull the rope through the actual bag it came in. And it just forced the rope not to get tangled or coiled up when you first unroll it, which is normally quite a common issue. So it was great to arrive at the crag, throw it down on the ground sheet, and just uncoil it there and then, no issues. Now, just a cool thing I really noticed on the rope was on the end of most ropes, you have a little plastic cover which just protects the end, and it also gives you a little bit of information. The brand, the length, and the diameter. I assume these are called the aglet, and the aglet on the boa stayed on forever. Normally they fall off within a couple climbs, which kind of sucks, but the boa, it just stayed on. Eventually, what happened with mine was, as I pulled it from a set of chains, it whipped, and it kind of split the end of the aglet slightly, which just showed the durability. Don't know how they got it to stick on, but they did, and they did a good job. Yeah, so overall, I really enjoyed my experience with the Edelrid boa, and I've loved climbing on it. If you are in the market for a new rope, I would recommend trying this guy out and having a good feel.